Hello everyone, I'm Miller from Animating Studio. In today's tutorial, I will teach you what are the drivers in Blender, and through practical examples, I'll show you how you can use them in your projects. Without further ado, let's get started. I have prepared a simple scene so we can understand drivers more easily before we get to the complex example. So, what are the drivers? Drivers are functions in Blender that allow us to control the other value using another. So, that means that I can move this ball on x-axis while moving this cube on the x-axis. And to do so, I will choose X location, right click and copy as new driver. Then I will select the circle, right click and choose paste driver. And as you can see, it is following exactly, and its value is actually moved in real time, unlike if it was parented. You're not limited to using location to move location or scale to move scale. You can use any type to move any other type of value. So for example, I have my cylinder selected and I will choose the Z scale. I want that scale. Right click, copy as new driver. Then here, right click, I will delete this driver and then paste the one I created. As you can see, it already moved by 1 unit. That is because the scale of my cylinder is already 1, and if I scale it even more, it is following. Now the reason it is not following exactly is because there is multiplicable nature of scaling objects, so it is never going to be exact. Here it looks like 2/3, then here it looks almost like 1/2, and here it is not even remotely something like that. So don't bother with those things. Now we can also choose rotation to move our green ball. So for that we'll choose the Y rotation, copy as new driver, reset it. Then we will go to X location, delete this driver and paste the new one. And if I rotate, it is going and going and going. Now, before you go technical with this, you must know that rotations are using degrees as the measurement, and the location is using meters. In this case, you can set it to inches if you wanted. So it is not going to be exact. 1 degree does not equal 1 meter. I guess it has connections with radians, but I really don't know. I'm not that smart, so you need to ask someone who knows that or just Google it. Now, what I do know is that you can make this ball go twice as fast when rotating this shape I made. So, to do so, we select our driver and we need to edit it. Now we're going to change the type from average value to scripted expression. This means that we are using Python scripting, since Blender is based on Python, to determine exact functionality of our driver. So currently it's just taking the raw value of the driver we put, but for example I can say triple it. I want it to go 3 times the fast. Now, as you can see, slight movements make this ball go way further than before, and this is true for anything. Of course, I can make it go 3 times as slower, and as you can see, it is even slower than the first ball. So that is how you can do it. As you saw, I used different input types to determine the other inputs values. Now I'm going to show you how you can create your own value or input, and then you can change the color of this ball, for example. To do so, select any object you want, go to object and create new property down here. Here on the gear, we are going to edit some things. So we're going to keep it float. I'm going to default value of 1. I'm going to name it color or something. It can be anything you want. And steps right here means how much will I need to drag to move my value. And I found 0.5 to work best. And library overrideable. This is a good practice to do, because when you're sending your projects to other people, if you don't select this, you're running the risk of your properties to not function. So here we have our property, and we will copy this new driver. Now, unfortunately, if we go to base color, this tab right here cannot be edited with drivers, only RGB tab, but still you can do some cool manipulations. So the first thing I want to do is that red and blue directly follow my property I created. To do so, I will paste the driver I created. Paste the driver. Yes, it is 1, it is following, as you can see. At 0, they're 0, and at 1, they're 1. But now I want green to behave the opposite way, and to do so I need to do some editing. Firstly, I will go to edit driver, switch to scripted expression, and whenever you want something to be opposite, you usually want to use multiply by -1. Now it is almost working right, but we have black at the end. This is not what we want. We need to edit it. And now, based on the red and blue, we can determine that our color property is as 0, and multiply anything by 0 is 0. And at this position, I want it to be 1. So if I add 1, it is 1. Now, if I go up here, it works as I wanted. And here's the explanation. First, the color value of 1 is multiplied by -1, and that is -1, and then +1, that is 0. And then if we go to 0, 0 times anything is 0, +1 is 1. So basic math in school actually paid off. Now that we are done with the simple examples, let's do a more complex one. Here we have the gear mechanism from the beginning of the video, and I want all of these gears to move by only moving this gear right here, so I can save time animating. And as you can guess, we are going to use drivers for that. First, select the gear, select rotation, right click it, copy as new driver. Now we're going to select the next gear in the line, X rotation, paste the driver. Now there is a formula to follow, and that is you first need to multiply by -1, because if gear moves clockwise, the other needs to move counterclockwise, no matter the size. Next is we use this gear's diameter, we multiply, and then this gear right here, we divide it. And if we follow the formula, we have right speed of the gears and right orientation, or the right direction the gear is rotating. And just follow this formula down the line. Now there is a tricky one, because this one is long 2 units and this one is long 3 units. So let's do the formula once more. We copy the driver, we paste the driver, then when we edit it, scripted expression times -1. The first driver is diameter of 2. The second, the receiving one, is diameter of 3. So we multiply, then we divide, and when we rotate, it is following perfectly. Now just repeat the entire process until you're done. Now, as you can see, entire clock is working perfectly, and if we were to put the clock numbers behind, you will see that entire mechanism is working flawlessly. Now, this is capable only because Sammy modeled it, so it works like in real life. He calculated all the rotations all up until the end. But maybe you don't have such a precise mechanism, so I will show you how you can do it without this. So here I have handles. The biggest one is the seconds, middle is the minute, and smallest is hour. So let's say that we have seconds, we want its X rotation. To drive the minute hand, we choose copy as new driver, we select minute hand, we paste the driver, but as you know, when seconds hand goes one circle, the minute hand only moves the 60th of the entire circle, which means that it is slower by 60 times. So we select the driver, we edit it, and we just divide it by 60. And if we now move the seconds, it is moved as wanted. Now we can select our minute hand, copy as new driver, select our hand and paste it. And as you know, when you make 1 hour, that is 12th of the circle of the clock, and that is when the minute hand goes full circle, so 12 times the slower than the minute hand. So we go divided by 12, and now at the beginning we select our seconds, we can move, and if I keep doing this, actually I can just go full circle 360 times -1, and then we need to go 60 times 60. It is moved by 1 hour, and that is how you can create clock mechanism without being a literal genius. The last thing that I will share with you is how to make a controller to move seconds handle or minute handle or hour handle depending on what you want, because currently this is not acceptable. So first we need to create what our controller will be. You can do bones, you can do whatever you want, doesn't really matter. In edit mode I will make it signify that this is the point. And now when you're doing drivers, you can't just parent it, because when you parent it, the location value will not be moved at all. It will remain at its first original value, and because of that you need to create driver, as we did, and you can what? It turns out that you need to apply rotation first, so oopsie. Well, we copy the driver, we paste the driver, and we can see that our driver is working flawlessly. We are controlling the seconds handle, but now we are going to do some Python scripting, so we can determine what handle we want. But before that, we need the value that will determine what is the mode we are using currently. So we go to object, we create new property, and then we will rename it clock, whatever you want. This needs to be integer, and we have three modes: minutes, seconds, hours. So we need three options. Default will be 0, library overrideable, remember that. Now we select it. Actually we don't copy the driver, we copy data path. Now we go to existing driver, scripted expression, and now we need to add another variable, my English not perfect, to the equation. So we first add input. We need to add from what object we are sourcing. We are sourcing from the circle 18. We go back to the driver, and now we paste the path we created for our property, enter, and now we can use it. And the following explanation isn't complicated. I'm not the expert for the Python scripting, but even I can do it. So first we're going to use if statements, and the first part needs to be what we want. We want our rotation to be 60 times slower if, now this is the name of variable, the property, not this. We can change it to be clock if we want. Now we can type in clock. I typed in clock because I changed the name, don't forget it. And now we need to use equals since Python 1. This is if the minute handle is the main one. Now we go else, and we'll add a new if statement inside of that else. We want we need this to be faster 60 times. We are going to copy this, go inside of this, paste, and times 12 if clock equals 2, that being the hour mode, else we are going to put it just at rotation Euler. We click enter, and now we first test it. Seconds are following as wanted. We switch to minute. You see the minute handle is following, and if we switch to hour, the hour handle is following. Now the tip I have for you is that if we, for example, have our seconds handle in this position and we switch to minutes, it is not in that position anymore. But if you want to continue from that, you just need to divide by 60, and it is in that position, but now you control minutes. And if you go to hours, you divide by 12, and it is that position again. You're just controlling hours now. And if we go opposite way, we multiply by 12, since we went from hours. Now we're controlling minutes. And we go to seconds, we multiply by 60. That will be it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you have another topic you want me to cover, or you have a tutorial request, leave it in comments. Click the bell so you don't miss the new videos, and I will see you soon. Take care.